Chances are, if you're a fan of Tomodachi Life, then you've seen this floating around on the interwebs. If you go onto Google and search for Tomodachi Life Switch, the very first result you'll see is this infamous fandom page talking about the release of a game called Tomodachi Life DX. For the longest time, this was believed to be a real project from Nintendo with a real release date. Google, and even some news outlets, fell victim to believing that this game was legit and was going to be released on February 20th, 2021. This is the story of how I accidentally fooled the entire Tomodachi Life community. May 10th, 2020. Exactly 3 years ago today, I created the Tomodachi Life DX fandom page. During that time, many people were starting summer break, and COVID-19 was keeping everyone indoors, including myself. With nothing else to do, I had begun to spend my time working on a small personal fan project, which I named Tomodachi Life DX. The DX stands for Deluxe. I'm a graphic design and digital art student, and while my skills at that time were fairly mediocre in comparison to today, I used all that free time as an excuse to work on creating mock-ups for my project. This included the box art, which you very well may have seen floating around on the web. This image has been used by countless YouTubers, news articles, and fans alike, who may have had little to no idea of its origin. With all my ideas and mock-ups ready, I created my first published draft of the fandom page on May 10th. As this was a passion project that I made for myself, I put little thought into the page after uploading. For the next few days, I would add minor adjustments here and there, and then I left the project and forgot about it. For months, it sat in a small, dusty niche corner of the internet. I didn't necessarily care if anyone saw it. The project was mostly just for me. However, as time went by, the page began to garner more attention. The images and mock-ups I made began to spread out of context on various platforms, such as Reddit. Things really began to come to a head, though, when I began receiving questions asking if Tomodachi Life was releasing on Switch on February 20th, 2021. February 20th? What? I was very confused why people had this specific date in mind. I hadn't put any thought into my fandom page for months by that time, so I decided to do some investigatory work. Searching up Tomodachi Life Switch release date on Google, I noticed that right there, in big, bold letters, it said that Tomodachi Life was set to release on February 20th, 2021. Now that's strange. I hadn't heard anything about that myself, and Nintendo certainly said nothing about this date. Had I really just missed the announcement of one of my favorite games ever? Well, just below that, as the top result, was my fandom page, which suddenly had a release date? I had to look a little further into this, and just as it seemed, there was now a set date for this fake game that was never going to be released. I was extremely confused. Well, as it turns out, someone edited my page to include a release date, along with a few extra features that I didn't add. For those unfamiliar, Fandom is a website that allows you to upload fan-based projects for things that may not exist yet. However, what I did not know was that it could work similarly to Wikipedia, where anyone has access to editing your work if you let it. I had unknowingly left my page editable by all people. In between the time that I had left and forgotten my project, and when it had started gaining traction, someone had edited a fake release date for this game on my page. Harmless as that may be, The Google search engine itself took this date directly from the fandom page and posted it as the first results when searching for Tomodachi Life on Switch. That meant that anyone who decided to casually search this up and not dig any further into it would believe this arbitrary release date. People were falling for my own project. As soon as I noticed this, I edited it, adding a side note that the game had not been released and would not be releasing anytime soon. Unfortunately, that did not seem to stop people from believing this. News articles were mentioning that a Tomodachi Life had been set for release for this date. People on Reddit and other social media platforms were spreading this rumor of this release. And just recently, another Tomodachi Life YouTuber named KawaiiBeth uploaded a video talking about this exact thing, my project. They have since gotten many comments from people all saying that they fell for this release date and that they believed this game was real. To think that my project, which started out as a fun pastime, would have gone so far as to fool such a large portion of the Tomodachi Life community, well, it's crazy. If you're watching this video and you also fell for this, I'm sorry. I never expected my page to get so popular that it would legitimately be considered the real deal. And to this day, I still have no clue who edited my page or why they put this random release date on it. Suffice to say, Nintendo has not revealed any word for another Tomodachi Life game, sad as that may be. I myself have made multiple mock-ups for this game, including another video I uploaded on this channel about a year ago. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend you check it out. I'll include it in the description. While I did put a lot of effort and care into my Tomodachi Life DX project, it was never intended as a means to ruse the community that I care so much about. However, if you've read through my fandom page and enjoyed the contents, maybe stick around on my channel. I have intentions on releasing another Tomodachi Life concept video in the future, detailing all of my ideas and artwork. Until next time, thank you for watching.